Good morning, my name is Owureku Ampofo and welcome to the AM Sports. We start off with some interesting news as Heart of Oak midfielder Sule Muntari is open to returning to the Black Stars. The 37-year-old who has 84 caps for the Black Stars has scored 28 goals for the team, but he says that he would grab a Black Stars invitation with both hands. He's been speaking to GTV Sports Plus.
Missing, of course, it's Ghana. Even if I'm in my crutches today and they ask me to come help, definitely I'm going to run and go. Even if I can play, I'll sit there and contribute, you know. The thing is that I can't sit down seeing my country go down. It's the serious passion that I have for football. Whatever I do, what that I do, I put everything in because I always want to win. And you see the love that is around the people, the market women, the sick ones, and people around the street. They cheer your name and everything. They don't want anything. They just give you that love. So why don't you give it back by putting the effort and making them happy? So that's basically things that I do. And House of Folk fans have been amazing.
But we still stay with football, where Ghana Football Association President Owureku has charged Ghana's Black Princesses to target the ultimate in this year's FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, which will be hosted in Costa Rica. The Black Princesses would be there courtesy of 5-1 aggregate victory over Ethiopia earlier in March as they sealed qualification to the global event. Ket wants the Princesses to leave a mark at the World Cup this year.
And we can only make our nation great and strong if we are focused on the vision to excel at the World Cup, the vision to go beyond the group stage, and the vision to touch the trophy. It's a vision which is achievable if we remain focused and if we align ourselves to the technical advice from the technical team. For us at the Football Association, we'll continue to give you all the needed support. Obviously, when you see the two big men in sports, not in football, in sports, that should tell you that the entire country is strongly behind your campaign. I'm not supposed to deliver the message or from His Excellency the President. The right man is here. But once you see the two men here, it means Ghana is supportive of what you're doing. And when you go out there to battle to represent Ghana, you will not be alone. The entire country will be with you. We'll continue to give you the needed support to ensure that we will be battle ready when the Knights of the Whistle invite us for the first game of the tournament.
Now to women's football, where the 2022 Africa Cup of Nations for women has reached the quarterfinals, and there are some really intriguing games to look forward to. Remember, winning games at this round do hold massive significance because essentially it means that you book your place in the next Women's World Cup. Let's take a look at the quarterfinal fixtures. And so Zambia would be facing Senegal, host Cameroon, play against Botswana. Cameroon face a tricky opponent in Nigeria, as South Africa would be playing against Tunisia. Let's come back to Ghana, where former GFA Communications Director Ibrahim Sani Dara has attributed the team's recent struggles to the failure of football academies to make their players available. He has been explaining his stance to Joy Sports.
Academies in Ghana have made it a point that they will not release their players to our junior national teams because scouts will come to the national teams and steal their talents. That is a fact. So in our recent junior national teams, you don't see players from the Right to Dream Academy, from WAFA, and all the rising good academies we've seen in the country. Because when they go to the under-17 national teams or under-20, this is where the scouts will come. Because as players that are minors, these academies cannot tie them to contracts. Meanwhile, these academies have kept these players in their teams for 8 years, 8 to 10 years, feeding these players morning, afternoon, evening, hospital, education, sending them abroad to play in international tournaments. Then when it is time for the under-17 team, a scout comes, goes to see the parents. And you know, a lot of these parents, Ghanaian parents, excuse me to say, they've had these issues for a very long time. Somebody's been looking after your child for 8 years, 8 to 10 years, feeding him, some of them giving them international education that, Nat, you and I did not have. Because the education at the Right to Dream Academy is perhaps even at the same level as GIS, because they are taking A-levels, British A-levels, SAT, and the rest. We did not have, our parents could not afford that. Then a scout will come to the national under-17 team camp, sees 1 or 2 talents, goes to go and see the parents of the player. This is 20,000 or 30,000 euros. Let the player come out of the system, because as a minor, you cannot tie him to a contract.
Sure.
They take them away. So which academy will release its player and then be subjected to this when they've also invested for this number of years? And I think that it's one area that the FA must engage the academies again, because there's been a lot of engagements with the academies in the past over these over their their reluctance to release players to the junior national teams. If we are able to engage with them again, we can get these players to be available, and then we can see that, we've got talents.
Ampofo captain Fatau Mohamed believes the club has what it takes to excel in next season's CAF Confederations Cup. The Phobians' campaign in Africa last season ended in disappointment after being eliminated by Algerian side JS Owureku. According to Fatau, his teammates have learned their lessons.
From last opportunity that we get to play in Champions League in Africa, it's quite a while that Ghana clubs that gotten that kind of opportunity. So it was a different game, a different tournament. Most of the players was young. That's their first time that they get that kind of exposure. So it's going to be a very, very difficult. Like at the end of the day, we know that Ghanaians were disappointed on us. That what they were thinking that we can do, we couldn't do it to them. So they were disappointed. We understand. It's the game. But we shan't get another second opportunity. So we have to clean ourselves now, because the other one has passed. So now that we have gotten the opportunity, we have to do it. We have to start our preparation well. We have to start our everything. At the end of the day, we have to reach where each and everyone want us to reach. Because now, in that time, we were not having. Now we have Sule Muntari, which is experience. We have Inkum experience. Awako. So when this kind of 3 people blended together with the young ones, I think we can achieve something.